Hi everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the Ohm's law. In class 10, you learn about the Ohm's law that at constant temperature, voltage is directly proportional to current, and this is taken as I into R, where R is equal to V upon I is taken as what? Constant. So simply in the class 10, we discuss about what? Ratio of the voltage and current is remain constant. That constant has given the name resistance. So how this is being proved mechanically or mathematically in a concept you can say Ohm's law. Now again let us consider a cylindrical conductor. This is the cylindrical conductor we have considered. This is being connected with a battery of voltage say V. No doubt then potential difference across the ends of conductor is V. This battery is set up electric field E inside the conductor, and I just take the length of the conductor is equal to say L. So as we learn the relation between V, E and D in electrostatic, V is equal to ED. So here at the place of D we can take what? L, length of the conductor. So first relation we are getting here, V over EL. I just put this is V is equal to EL, or you can say E is equal to V divided by L. This is the first equation we will get from the relation V over ED. Now, in the last session, we have derived the formula for electric current in the conductor. Now, current in conductor is given as I is equal to NEAVD. But your drift velocity Vd is equal to EE divided by m into t. If you put this value of Vd here, they will get I is equal to what? NEA. Now at the place of Vd we will put into t. Just go and simplify this. You will get what? N. Now E into E is square. Then you are getting A. T, M. I just rearrange it. I just write the E last. So this is the formula for current we get. Now we have here relation what? E over V by L, where V is the voltage across the conductor or potential difference across the conductor. So at the place of E, I am just putting an E square A T by M into what? V by L. From this relation, can we arrange the relation of V and I? So simply by rearranging the terms, we can get the relation V upon I equals to what? So see, I just take the I to that side and all the other terms I will bring to the left side. So we will get the relation M into L divided by NE square A into T. Now look at the right hand side of this relation. See, mass of the electron is always remain constant. Length and cross section area for any given conductor is remain constant as it is the dimension. Next thing is what? Charge of electron is also remain constant. Now we are left to with what? Two factors, N and T. Now what is N? N is the number density of free electron, and it depends on what? Nature of the conductor. Unless you will not change the nature of the conductor. Nature means what? Instead of copper wire, if you make use of the aluminum wire or gold wire or silver wire, in that case only this will be changes. But for the given wire, this L is remain constant. The last one is was relaxation time. As we discussed in the last session that this depends on temperature of the conductor. When temperature changes, then automatically relaxation time changes. And if it is changes, then ratio may not be remain constant. So in order to have this ratio to be constant, your relaxation time should remain constant, and the relaxation time remain constant when temperature of the conductor is maintained constant. So in this case, if temperature is constant, then everything on the right hand side will be constant, and then we can say that this ratio is equal to constant. If V upon I is constant, we can say now V is directly proportional to I, and this relation is called what? Ohm's So this is what we can prove the mechanically or mathematically Ohm's law, what you learned in class 10.